Hi guys, I'm back today, mcfcfantv, and welcome to our Derby Eve Friday night special. Yeah, it's the night before when you ain't getting presents, you ain't waiting for Santa, but your stomach's feeling a little bit uneasy, your backside's twitching, and then you know it is Derby weekend. What I'm going to do is we brought some guests, as we normally do. First of all, I'm going to bring in all the way from Australia, and you're all thinking, oh, you know where it is. Want to welcome back Ross. How are you, buddy?
Hey, mate, how are you? Hello, everybody. Yeah, good, thanks, mate. All good over here. Just already Derby day for me because we're in Saturday, so getting ready for it.
Well, it ain't because your derby's on Sunday, isn't it? Sunday morning, your derby.
We're in the future, mate. I've already got the result and everything.
Yeah, well, you're smiling, but trust me, we might not be smiling by the end of this vlog. I don't know. Ran all the way from Washington. Sorry, he was doing something else and off camera, and I just wanted to make sure he was ready. I didn't want to bring him in while he was doing something else. Carl, how are you, mate?
I'm good, buddy. Good to see you. Ross, good to see you too.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Good. How things over there, mate?
Not too good, man. Over 3,000 dying a day. And the incompetence of what we have as leadership is just astounding. 3,000 a day, and we're not doing anything about it.
I don't know who's doing the worst job, Boris or Trump. I think they're having a competition between themselves at the minute.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not going to go into politics. We're not here for that because I'll get slated if I start going down the politics route. And we have got a fourth guest while he's just swilling his wine and telling Eunice not to spam. He's the ginger princess himself. I should have brought him in then when he had... there he is. Christmas tree in the background. You've got more decks up now.
Bit more, mate.
Is it by next week? Are we just going to see your eyes and that's it?
Wait till next week. Wait to the Christmas special, Martin.
I haven't told them about that yet. I haven't told them about the Christmas vlog yet. And
I've got my outfit sorted, mate. Grotto. I'm building a grotto now.
What? You are? You what? You're a bit grotty.
Oh, mate, trust me, I'm a bit grotty tonight. Get on me, come on.
You should paint you green, call you the Grinch. Can I just say before we get going, thank you. There he goes. Thank you to all the people who sent lovely birthday messages and get well messages for my daughter. That was really, really appreciated.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I am 38, not 40, not 50, 38. And I have got my driving license here to prove it. If I don't, I'll just cover up my thing. Let's get in some of those. Chad Arzon, come on, City. Yes, indeed. Adam Quinn, hi, mate. Hope you're good. Doopy, come on, let's win. Doopy, can I just say a big thank you from your big thank you on your email, mate. It was really, really appreciated that. Wonderful words. Thank you so much. Really did perk me up. Anthony, good evening, lads. Hope you're all well. Nervy about tomorrow, but I think we'll win 3-1. Come on, Blues. Robert Robertson, we're ready. I like it. Levi Greenwood, hi. How are you, mate? Charlie Everett, Evening Blues. Come on, City. I think we're all nervous. It's the derby. Can't wait, though. Evening Blues, John Grogan, how are you? Eunice, yes, we can, mate, but no more spamming. Just say me, type it once. And trust me or Chris will get all of it, don't worry. Evening all, remaining Manchester is blue. Yeah, I really, really do hope so it is, mate. When you go in live when Martin sorts his life out. Whoa. No need for that, is there? Who do we want to see at left back tomorrow? We'll get into that, Eunice. Evening, Chris. They're all just saying hello to you now. All right, oh, that was you. Scott Williams. Yes, Martin, thanks for shipping that. Yes, I'm glad you've got it, mate. Well deserved that in the quiz, mate, and I hope you enjoy it and you can have a warm drink if you ever get back to the Etihad for it. Louis Shakes thinks Stone should play tomorrow. Yeah, Jack Lee, how are you, mate? Hope you're good. Louis Shakes, all my mates, my brother, my granddad supports Man United. You're in for a nice weekend then, aren't you? Evening, everyone. Leonard, how are you, buddy? Sean, how are you, mate? And Riley, how are you? I think I've got everyone at the moment that is in. So, before we get into anything, Derby weekend. And all I want is your initial thoughts. Let's not want to go into the be all and end all. Just give me right now how you are feeling, Ross.
Oh, I don't think I ever enjoy the day before the derby. That's probably because I grew up knowing what was going to happen. But it is slightly different now. I actually think them getting beat during the week was not good for us, because they sometimes turn into world beaters when that happens. But I'm quietly confident. I think it all depends on the team selection.
Okay. Carl, how are you feeling, mate, ahead of the derby? Are you confident? What's your initial gut reaction right now?
Well, I'm fortunate to not have grown up in Manchester. Then I don't have all the vibes, you know, the fear factor from growing up as a kid over there. But having said that, I'm looking forward to this game. Actually, I am looking forward to this game. If the manager picks the right players, I think we'll win it. If he picks the wrong players and plays into their traps, inverted wingers, slow midfield, you know, 4-2-3-1, double pivot, fall into the trap. I have an interesting formation I will share with you later on. I think can do the job. I doubt he's going to play it, but if he plays the right players for the system, just like RB Leipzig did. I watched the game, and my formation is based on how RB Leipzig played them. We'll batter them if he does the right thing.
Oh, don't say the word batter them. Don't say that now. Because you know it'll just become a meme and it'll come back to bite you on the rear end.
What I said was if he does the right thing. If he does. If he doesn't, and he plays certain players against a back six that come into traffic, we know they'll beat us. They will beat us. Go with the players you know can beat them. No, don't play favoritism. Don't say because Sterling has been playing since he's going to play. For me, he's not in my squad, frankly.
Not in your squad?
No, he's not. He's not.
But we'll come back to that.
Yeah,
don't go into that too much. We'll come back to
play
that.
Play the players who can beat them, and you will beat them. If not, you get beat. Well,
there's something you need to all look forward to when Carl tells us why he's not even got Sterling in his 16, 17, is it 18? I don't know how many squad numbers are now anymore. Chris, what are your initial thoughts? Come on. Are you nervous? Are you confident?
Are you going to shut up and let me speak, or just speak over me? I've got an headache. I've got a dodgy guts. It's just the normal day before a derby feeling, mate. Just nervous, and you know, nervous with no real rationality behind it. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Right. Before we move on, we know Chris is in a bad mood, so please do not take anything personal, what he ever says or writes or anything. He's got it on him. So he's warned you. We've warned you early. I'm
all right, really, man. I'm just nervous.
Nervous.
I'm talking for Leonard. Leonard has a good point there, and that's my point I want to focus on. Leonard London says play on their wings. The fullbacks are in a wobble. That's a good point, Leonard. That's part of my formation. Now we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah. Well, what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to go and tell you exactly. You know, as we do, there's always a press conference, and these journalists answer the great questions, the hard questions, the questions that we all want to know. They all get it down in juice there. You know, one of the first questions they come out with was about Aguero. And he'd already told them on Wednesday night Aguero wasn't going to start in the derby. And the first question they're all out with is about Aguero. So it's like, you just don't do your research at all here when you go in. But the first thing they basically talked about is, let me get rid of that, was, for some reason, my screen is just absolutely frozen, which is brilliant. My screen with all the quotes up. has just absolutely frozen. You know when you get it all set up and it's there on another tab, ready, and it's just frozen on there. Right, did anyone here watch? I mean, I watched the press conference. What was everyone's take on the press conference while I just get all the quotes up? Did anyone watch it to begin with?
Yeah, I watched it, parts of it, yeah.
What did you make of it, Carl?
They were asking him stupid questions, as usual.
Yeah.
And he was giving them very short answers to questions that they asked. Like, for example, the Aguero, right? They asked him if he's going to play. He said, nope, he's not going to play. They asked him about the United game against Leipzig. He said that, one result, that's a bad result. People think that you're a disaster. The next week, people think that you're good. They asked him who else was, if Rodri was fit. Rodri's fit. Garcia has an ankle injury, not playing. Aguero won't start. What else did he talk about? That was basically it.
Well, they did talk about, no fans. They also talked about that. But well, he basically said, I've now got it up, said United, talk about the Manchester derby, and he said United's inconsistent, so how do you prepare? And which is, well, to me, again, a daft question, but thinking we're going to face the best version of them, that's how he's prepared them all. Especially talk a lot about what we have to do. It's not a knockout game. It's more 3 points, as he says, about everything, and he's just going to try and win. And then they did talk about the game without fans and asked him whether it was significant for him. And he said, of course, it's much better being at Old Trafford, and the stadium is much better playing with fans, but the virus is still here, and he's going to wait, obviously, till the scientists allow fans in. So, Ross, with Pep's quote there, they're expecting the best version of Manchester United tomorrow. Are you? Because I always worry when United get beat and then you face them next time.
Yeah, I actually think the best chance that you've got is to put the game to bed before half time. I think in the second half, I think that's when we'll see United. So if they're still in it at half time, I think that's going to be their game plan. My concern there, as I've said weeks on this show, is that we just don't take our chances. We don't score goals because we don't play a centre forward. And, it's obvious he's not going to play Aguero, as he's saying. I personally, maybe it's the first time we're going to see a real mind trick from Pep, because I would play Aguero and just tell him to give it everything he's got for the first half, rather than bring him on in the second half, because I think he's our best chance of scoring a goal. He's the one who will take the chances. We saw it the other night. There's been so many of those chances in the last few weeks where there's nobody to put the ball in the net. And he's the fox in the box that we need. And he's not going to play, he'll play Jesus, but he comes too deep. He doesn't fancy the young lad, Delap. So he's not going to start with him up front.
Nope.
If he doesn't play Jesus, he's going to play with a false 9. So he's going to play Torres or, potentially Sterling, because he's played there before. But for me, it's got to be in the first half. And I think like Carl, I'll go into, I've done a couple of teams, which the one I'd pick and the one I think Pep will pick. And we'll talk about that later on. But yeah, I think that first half is critical for City. But I think we can do it if he picks the right team.
Can I just talk, Chris, are the comments moving for you?
Yeah, I think so, mate.
Yeah.
Frozen
Somebody
on my
say something.
Frozen on my screen completely.
Yeah, they're moving.
Yeah, they're frozen for me. Chris, I might have to ask you to double duty here and stick the comments up. I can't. I've got no comments whatsoever now.
I haven't got that facility, Martin, so I can't.
Right, just bear with me, guys, because I don't want to. There's loads of you commenting and on, and I'm even getting super chats coming through, and I can't even bring them on. I don't know why. Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm going to refresh it and hope we don't lose it. Fingers crossed.
he's gone.
Hey! Yeah, I'm for me anyway. I think United are in a little bit of turmoil. I think what's going on with Pogba is not helping.
Yeah.
And as Alan, Jesus, as Carl's just said, that they don't look good defensively, especially in the fullback positions. So
yeah,
I think we do need to have a good go at them. But my biggest concern for the game is how high a line that we play, because if they do play Martial, Greenwood, and Rashford, that's been our undoing recently.
But Chris, I thought about that, right? So I looked at RB Leipzig's game against them this week, and they found the key to this, or what they play, a 3-4-1-2 or 4-3-1-2. Counter the counter by using those by basically killing their fullbacks, both Shaw or what's his name,
Wan-Bissaka,
or the other guy, the young kid, right?
Yeah. Wan-Bissaka.
You can't play a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 against them. You'll get killed. You get killed. You have to adapt. That's what Nagelsmann did. By playing the back three, two very high wing backs to basically stifle their wing backs and control the middle of the field and rotate the front players. That's all they did. That's what they did, and they did it brilliantly. You play a 4-2-3-1, two holding midfielders that are slow with two inverted wingers against them, we're losing the game. We're done. We're toast.
So are we hoping he plays Wan-Bissaka?
They can play. They can play Wan-Bissaka all they want. It's how do we react to them, right? How do we react to what they put up? Because they're going to play a 3-4-1-2 or 4-3-1-2, either back 3-4-1, one holding, one central striker, and inverted with two wingers. That's what they're going to do. Bruno's going to be that one in the middle with Rashford and Martial either side. We just have to make sure we counter that. If we play inverted wingers against their back five, we're toast. We are absolute toast. Okay. So that's and Chris will bear me out. I mean, the inverted winger stuff doesn't work against a back five or back six, because you just run into traffic.
But we know he's going to do that.
Well,
we can sit all day long, but he's going to do it because that's bad.
Then we're ready to lose them. Because Nagelsmann played our boy Angelino a natural left wing back on the left side as the left winger, and he played Haidara a natural right-footed wing back on the right side, and they would just pull him. All the goals came from those two. Basically, either the assist.
I get that, but if you actually watch that game back, Leipzig were actually lucky also to come out of that winning.
Because they changed.
At the end, they could have lost it.
Because they changed how they played. They sat back. They now started after 2 goals. They sat back.
Leipzig were losing that game until they got a dodgy penalty.
Yeah.
Then they got nervous.
Yeah.
And then
said in his press conference today, Martial, 2 chances. You'd think all day long putting them away.
Yeah, but how many chances did Leipzig have? Probably 4 or 5 that they didn't take.
Yeah, they did actually.
One was disallowed. So
Well, guys, I can't comment on that game because I wouldn't watch them if they were on in the backyard. I'd shut the curtains. So I can't remember the last time I watched them when we weren't playing them. So I've got no comment on the Leipzig game other than seeing the meme of Angelino's goal.
Yeah, they were good. They were good, Ross. They're really good. The coach thought about the game plan and he actually outplayed them at their own game, not just completely washed them. And if we do the same thing, similar, I think we'll have a shot. But if we stick to inverted wingers, 2 holding midfielders who are slow, with and a back 4, I don't see it happening.
Okay, Ross, I'm gonna go and ask everyone this, get your opinion. United have a habit at the moment where if they go behind, even by 2 goals, they're just coming back, and they're not drawing, they're winning. West Ham, Southampton, they're doing it. If we go behind, can you see us doing the same thing tomorrow?
Have
we the mentality right now?
It depends what team he plays. At the moment, no, because we're playing this possession game more and more and more. And I'm sorry, guys, I'd rather us have 1 chance, score it, and win 1-0. Than see us have 50 crosses into the box and not work the keeper. I don't actually think we work the keeper. we either score a goal. It sounds a bit crazy, but we score a goal, or there's nothing. We don't work the keeper. So in the games, like Spurs, for instance, did we work the keeper? Look, we were never going to get back in that game. And without Aguero, the sad thing is that as good as Jesus is, he's the only player we have who really works. I mean, even KDB now, his shots are a bit, and I'd never slag him off, but he's not scoring the goals from midfield either. Who my favourite is, who I think can do that, is Foden, but then he doesn't play him. So I just don't think we work the keeper enough. So if we go goal, it's a big test because we'll really see who the real City is. And I think if we do go a goal behind, or even two, he's going to have to make a change. And this is the man who wants 5 subs but doesn't use subs. So he's not going to make a change.
To Ross's point, I think, Chris, we raised a point last week, right? An observation. I wonder how many goals Jesus scores when Mahrez is on the pitch. Very little, I guarantee you. Probably. Someone should check that fact. I think there's a direct correlation between how when Mahrez plays and Jesus plays, Jesus' goal numbers go down significantly. Because we have this inverted winger who cuts into traffic and doesn't expand the pitch. If we play like we played in 17-18, expansive right on the right, left on the right, we'll tear them apart. We go with this inverted winger stuff like we always do against the back six, it's pointless.
I get what you're saying there, Cal, but we've not torn anyone apart yet this season.
Because we're playing inverted wingers.
So exactly, so he's not going to change it. He's not going to roll out tomorrow and just go, Sterling, off you go to the right, son. He's not. I think we have to accept that's not Pep now.
But and we play inverted wingers because we've not got a centre forward. Because he expects them to have the shots on goal by cutting inside.
Great point.
That's why he's doing. That's why. So inverted wingers is here to stay until we get to proper centre forwards because he's counting on them to bring the goals, and they can only do that by cutting inside.
Liverpool play inverted wingers, but they have the players to do so. Firmino drops deep, doesn't score, but they have the players to do so. Why would you change to inverted wingers when in 17-18 you scored over 100 goals?
Yeah, but Aguero was playing as well, week in, week out.
That's fair.
They've got Salah.
He's a right-sided inverted winger, right? Yeah. So anyway,
I agree with the same with Carl's point there. We did score over 100 goals last year with inverted wingers.
Yeah, fair. That's true.
I mean, that was my point of the big signing thing when everyone's going, we're going to miss Salah. Wasn't attacking-wise, that was an issue last year. It was defensively making silly errors all over the pitch. You don't score over 100 goals and then go, yeah, you're not very good at attacking.
Yeah.
But that doesn't colorate. I know Chris is going to totally disagree with me down there while I try and get the word out. Go on, Chris. Because I can see your eyes rolling.
I was just waiting for you to say the word.
Correlate. There you go.
Away.
Go on, Chris, because I know you don't agree with that. Because I know you told me privately you thought we did miss signing last year.
No, we definitely do miss signing. I don't care what anyone says, mate. It's a bit of a look. Sterling on the left played well last season up to about October, and ever since then he's not been in any great shakes. I don't think he has been anyway. And I don't, as you know, I don't like Riyad playing on the right wing. I really like the look of Torres against Marseille the other day when he played on the right hand side. He just drove straight at him, and you could see that something like Gabby could work quite well with something like that.
Yeah,
he's
not that sort of. I totally agree with Carl on this about Mahrez could have a negative impact on Gabby's sort of goal ratio. Work ratio obviously is a different thing, but definitely.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm sorry. I know there's been a few comments, and I hear this as well. But City fans who use as that original scapegoat in the current squad, Sterling, doesn't do this, doesn't do that. Let's just remember, guys, that Sterling is not a centre forward, and that guy scored about 71 goals in 173 games for City. Now, that's a good return for the position he plays. So the comments about with the likes of Sterling, walking into the net or not doing this, be lucky you got Sterling, because I tell you what, if we wouldn't have had him the last 2 years, we would have been a lot lower down the table.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, no, I get that point, Ross, but I do get the other side on the criticism of Sterling. Because he scored 30-odd goals last year, but he had 5 months where he was garbage.
And then he came back, kept his head up and scored 30 goals.
No, I understand that. I get what you're saying. But, I mean, we were coming out the stadium last year going, Sterling was anonymous.
Martin.
He was running on the wing and losing the ball all the time. We were coming out, we were literally doing fan cams going, where was Sterling? Where was Sterling?
Martin, even Pep mentioned it today at the press conference that when you miss a goal 5 yards out without the goalkeeper against Leon, you got to take your chances. That was a dig at Sterling. So Sterling needs to be in front of goal. That's the issue. In those big moments where he could just kill off the ball, he misses. Mbappe probably wouldn't miss that, or even Cavani, for crying out loud, probably wouldn't miss that.
Yeah, but they're centre forwards. Sterling's not a centre forward.
Well, Mbappe's more of a left-sided player, right? Than
Plays up top though, doesn't he? And Pep's got to take some of that criticism. He's got to take some of the criticism for playing players up front who are not forwards.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Well, we haven't got a forward at the moment, have we? I mean, Jesus sort of just come back fit.
One is in the academy and get played, and the other is injured.
I agree with what Ross is saying. Where we should be lucky that we've got Sterling, but I see the other side. I think what I'm reading and what I hear off of the City fans, I think the frustration with Sterling is they see him as like one of our talisman, and they see him as one of our big players, where he could go to Madrid or Barcelona or wherever and fit in. But if he couldn't go to Barcelona and Real Madrid and play like he does for City, he'd have to do a lot more, and you'd have to do it on a more consistent basis. And I think that's where the frustration comes in, because we know how bloody good he is. And
Martin, I think if he played on the right wing, and I mean the right wing, right, then you would get a hell of a lot more out of Raz.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
And whose fault's that? Is that Sterling's fault? He don't play on the right wing.
Manager. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll then criticise him publicly for missing chances.
Fair.
Quite frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I think he's far more dangerous as a goal scorer on the right-hand side as well.
I agree.
Me too.
I think he's dynamic. He's unpredictable. Right? You don't know he's going to go right, left. He's going to take you on. He's going to go to the byline. When he's on the left, you know he's going to cut back in. When Mars is on the right, he's going to cut back in. I'm watching the game at times and watching Riyadh on the ball. I'm like, bloody dude, go on the outside, and he cuts back in. You're like, oh my God, come on, man. Somebody take a defender on. But
sorry, go on.
It is what it is. I mean, hopefully he changes, but unlikely.
That's Riyadh's game at the end of the day. That's how he plays.
Yeah, this is what I mean. To Ross's point about Sterling, we're doing it over Mahrez, and that's Mahrez's game. We can't. To me, with Mahrez, it comes back to, did we need him when we signed him? Was he essential to the team? No. Or was he just a luxury signing that we went in and thought, right, we'll get him in? And that's where I struggle to have a go at Mahrez too much, because I don't think it's the guy's fault anymore. I don't. He probably didn't come to City and think, hey, guys, I'm going on the right wing here.
Yeah.
No, kind else chance. But you had KDB in his best position where Mahrez sits, and he's not going to get in there at any time.
Yeah. Mine, I agree. And I actually think the last couple of games, we criticised him, and I was one of the people who said, he deserves to be dropped. I actually think he's done all right the last couple of games. I think he's improved his performances. But again, it's, do we play him in his position?
Yeah.
And this is back to I think Carl's mentioned that, we've all mentioned it tonight. It's about that team selection. I mean, we're not the experts. We're not football managers. You can't knock his record. But some of the selections sometimes are a bit. I mean, Garcia, and I don't want to see any player injured, but I'm glad he's not playing. Like, he's not even in my top. I'd have Fernandinho ahead of him as a centre half.
Yeah.
We said
so I don't know what all the big things. I'm not bothered that he's not playing.
No, I think Taylor Howard-Bellis is a better player than him, and he's the one who's stuck it, in the academy all the while. this whole thing with Garcia is infuriating for me.
Well, he's out for 3 weeks now, so you probably won't.
Yeah, I know he is, but it does wind me up
now. Listen, sorry,
that was just an opportunity to give Taylor Howard-Bellis a chance in the first team rather than him, a guy who doesn't want to be at the club. And all this, we're trying to convince him to sign a contract. Yeah. It's just bullshit, mate, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. We've got Stones there. We just bought 2 centre halves in the summer, and we're sticking with him. We got a young lad who's meant to be good. I mean, what that game, without going into that game, what that game showed me in the week was that, again, Pep doesn't think the young lads are good enough. Because he's one who should have played from the start. Delap didn't even make the bench, did he?
No, he didn't go.
No.
I'm just got Charlie Everett's put here, 17-18. We had Sané on the left, Sterling on the right, but now we have Mahrez in his right winger. Pep converted Sterling into a left winger, as we didn't have a left winger with Sané left. I understand that, but again, I'm coming back to my point, is we still scored over 100 goals last year with inverted wingers. So why is it suddenly stopped working now when last year, because I don't remember anyone banging on about it. I mean, I know Carl did, but it wasn't as big an issue as it is this year as it was last year. Because
Martin, teams are now sitting back more than they did last year. Last year, teams were still opening up to us, right? Still opening up, trying to play. Remember Norwich opening up, trying to play. But now teams just sit back with 8 or 6. And with inverted wingers, I'm sorry, inverted wingers who are not good at being inverted wingers struggle. They'll struggle. You play them left on the left, right on the right with a natural skill, they'll beat any back 6, if you ask me. But yeah, it's again, we're not managers, we're not the experts, so we're just fans.
And how many games did we play with a centre forward last year?
Yeah, most of them. Aguero was fit. Jesus was fit for the most part. So,
am I still on?
Yeah.
I'm totally. My Wi-Fi is having a mare tonight for some weird reason.
So
I've lost all the comments again.
Just needs to play the best players in the best positions and let it just run. That's it. You know, you do that, you get beat, fine. You know, we'll move on. But if you play players that we know are not good enough for certain positions, and we get beat, that's where the issue comes, right? You know, so I don't know.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reload again, so I'll disappear off the screen. I'm just having a nightmare. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Friday night traffic.
I don't know what's going on with it. Ross, you start with your goalie in your back 4, and then we'll go round, and I'll come back in a minute. I'll be literally 10 seconds.
Mine or Pep's.
What you think? What you would do? Let's do both. What you would do, and what you think Pep will do.
Right. Okay. Right. So obviously, I've got no surprises in goal. Got to play the young American lad. No, I'm only joking. So Edison in goal, and I'm actually going to go with Stones, Laporte, Diaz, Walker, and Cancelo.
That's about 5.
Yeah, you're on something, buddy. You're onto something like me. Yeah.
So Martin straight away said, "Give us your back 4." Well, I'm going to struggle to find it back 5. So, and then what I think Pep will do is Laporte, Diaz, Mendy, and Walker.
Right. Okay. No Stones in him.
No, he'll drop him, and he don't deserve it, but he won't play.
Yeah.
Who have you got, Carl?
I'm going with a different formation. What I would go with a back 3, play a 3-5-2. Mm-hmm. My back 3 would be Laporte, Stones in the middle, and Diaz. Right? Why? To counter their quick counter-attacking players up front. 3 against 2. Always 3 against 2. That's my back 3. Fullbacks, I'll have Mendy, high wide left, and actually Cancelo, high wide right, because he's a better crosser of the ball than Walker is.
Yeah.
We don't need the space because we have the back 3 covering.
Yeah. Is there any chance you could play Walker in that back 3 foot so that you did benefit from his pace?
Unless you take Stones out and you play Diaz in the middle and play Walker on the right side of the back 3. Yeah.
and that's where I was with Carl. I had a question mark Stone/Walker.
There you go.
Because then I play Mendy because we spoke about in a back five Mendy being better.
There you go.
I don't think personally the one player at the moment who I think first name on the sheet for me and potentially Pep, we might agree, is Walker. I actually think he's been our best player this year.
Yeah.
So, Ross, the question for you and Chris is if we can see these things, how come? You know,
I don't know, mate. It's like so. Yeah. What about you, Chris? Well, Carl, what do you think Pep's going to do though?
I think he's going to do probably Stones and Diaz. Is going to go Mendy Walker, which I'm concerned about.
We're pretty much aligned on both then.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I lost all comments, so I'm just going to have to read them off my phone. I won't be able to bring them up on screen.
I'm concerned about a back four as opposed to a back three because of Mendy, who's not very quick, and you have Rashford or Daniel James on that side. They're quick. You need a protection of the back three, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know.
My four would be, because I think he just will stick with the four. I think it would be Walker, Diaz, Stones, and I would have Ake, but I think he'll play Mendy.
Walker played on Wednesday, though. Will that matter to anyone?
Well, he rested the game before, right? He did rest the week before, right? Didn't he?
I've just got a sneaky feeling Cancelo's going in.
I think I don't know if you heard what the lad said, Martin, but they're talking about having 5 or 3 at the back, and I believe that Cancelo probably would be better in that situation on the right in a 5 or a wing back style.
Yeah.
And again, I'd play Mendy if that was the case because his crossing's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Andy just put, I blame the person who decided that double pivot should be brought into football language. Hashtag you know what. Charlie Everett says back 5 never works. Scott Williams has put back 5 ?
Depends on who it is, though. Depends on who we use.
I'm not enamored to a back 5, I will be honest.
That's a back 3, not a back 5.
Yeah, I know it's a 3 with your 2 wing backs pushing. I know that.
Yeah. So some teams play a back 3 with actually a back 5 like United. We should play a back 3 with actual wing backs who stay up high, like RB Leipzig did with Angelino and Haidara. Angelino was basically playing like a left winger. Haidara, same thing as well. They
sometimes I think, like Carl's saying, you've got to pick a team to suit the opposition, and I think with whatever that mix is of the 3 at the back, that would just stifle United.
Correct. Yeah. And then the midfield, Ross, the midfield is where the engine, where Pep needs to just throw out the old thinking of, slow mid, put energy, pace, put a Mac there who knows what this means, who's going to run around that field and give all his, who die on the field to make sure they don't win. You need that energy. And we'll come to that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll come to our midfields.
I'll give you this is what I would play tomorrow. I would play Edison. I would have Walker, Diaz and Stones, and I would have Mendy at left back. What I think he'll do is Cancelo at right back, and I think it'll be Diaz and Stones. And I don't know why I've got a feeling with Ake at left back tomorrow. I don't know
You think
why.
he's going to leave Walker out, Martin? You think he'll leave Walker out?
Yeah.
If he plays a back 4 without Walker, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm trying to get into Pep's head because we know Pep throws curveballs all over the show, all the time. We never thought he was going to throw Garcia into the quarterfinal of the Champions League and kick a back 3 out. So this is what I'm saying. It's well, you think he's going to drop Walker? I wouldn't, but I'm trying to go from Pep's thinking. Pep is the manager that will throw curveballs left, right, and centre. Like you're like, well, where's that come from? You just
I think saying that. Sorry, Chris.
I was going to say is that Pep said, what was it, 10 days ago? You were getting picked on your form.
Correct.
So if it, throw in these curveballs and that, Walker's been our best player this season, and I'm sure he's fit. So there's no way he should not be playing tomorrow.
So based on your argument, Chris, based on your argument, and looking at the game on Wednesday we played against Marseille, who's in form, Rodri or Fernandinho?
Well, for me, Fernandinho is the best player on the pitch.
Yeah.
But that is probably the best performance I've seen from him for a little while, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
It's a tough call because Rodri he has the shirt, really, doesn't he? He hasn't done anything particularly wrong to lose it. But for me, I would still play Fernandinho. He's still my first choice.
And on that debate about on-form players, then, so Stones and Walker should be in the back four.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think in a back four, you do need Kyle there for his pace.
Correct.
But has Cancelo done anything wrong to be dropped?
Yeah.
There's the other coward out back.
No, but I would say that Walker's been our best player this season consistently.
Yeah. I think the issue is if you're playing the back four, you need Walker as a right back because of his space to run in case of the counter attack. If you're playing the back three with high wing backs, Cancelo's better because he can cross the ball. He has better control in the offensive half of the field as opposed to the defensive. So it all depends on what he's going to do.
Guys, just to remind you, I'm having issues bringing up comments, so I'm going to have to read them off the phone. So that's why you won't see them coming up on the screen, so I do apologise. Hard says, before Walker played back-to-back consistently. Now, if he had a week off, he can definitely play 2 back-to-back. Jay Frostunner, we give Liverpool 5 with a 3-5-2.
Yep.
CMC, we played a back 5 versus Leon, and look how we did. Yeah.
Wrong players.
I know that was my old point, though. This Cancelo at right back over Walker. I will never ever say he's definitely in because I know what Pep's like by now. He's just weird with some of his way he just throws them in. Andy Blue Moon, need Walker guys for pace. I want Walker to play. I agree. I put Walker in my team. I'm just saying what I think Pep will do. Andy Scotty Mould said didn't want Groot. I think he means Rodri. Let's go on to that then. CDM. Who do you want there tomorrow, Ross?
Who do I want? Well, my formation's a bit, how should I say it, a bit maverick. So I've obviously got that back 5. I suppose I've got Fernandinho as my sort of breaker up. And then I've got 3 across what you'd say sort of midfield attacking. I might as well just give you my full team because it's a bit hard to. So I've got Ederson in net, Stones, Laporte, and Diaz as my back 3.
Yeah.
Walker and Cancelo as my wing backs. Fernandinho in the middle, and then I've got Sterling on the right, Torres on the left, KDB, and Aguero up front with Foden coming on at half time for Aguero.
I should be writing this down, shouldn't I, to get the head around it? He's coming on. He's even telling us when they're coming on.
Yeah.
The 67th minute, we're going to switch.
Now I'll go back into Pep. I was going back to Pep. Midfield, Rodri and Gundogan. I've gone back into reality now. I've got Rodri and Gundogan in the middle.
Rodri again.
Chris?
I think it would be Rodri. I would love it to be Fernandinho, but as somebody just said in the comments, he played 90 minutes in the week. So
yeah, that's my issue with Fernandinho in happening.
Well, I just don't think. I think that's why he gave him 90 minutes so he didn't have to pick him.
Yeah, I think it was unless Rodri's got a knock, Rodri's starting for me. As much as people will destroy me for this, I don't see the hate on Rodri. I don't get it. I don't get what.
Do you think there's hate for him?
I think there has become with some fans, yeah. The same with what we did with Angelino. We're very quick now, some fans, to judge within a matter of months. Or with Angelino, a matter of minutes. we judged him. Hey, my comments have come back.
Yeah, mine have. I think, Martin, the thing is, though, we've spoke about this the last few weeks. People compare him to Ferner. There's no point on the lad. Like, you might as well just sell him now.
Spot on.
Fair. That's fair. That's a fair argument.
He'd walk into pretty much every team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He's a great player. If you play for Spain, I'm going to say that you're half decent.
Yeah.
And you can dominate Germany like he did.
Oh, he was magnificent against Germany. He was good.
And Germany don't have we're not talking like Mahrez against Zimbabwe here. We're talking Spain against Germany. And Rodri absolutely dominated.
He was good. He was everything we wanted. And he played as a single holding midfielder as well.
I have said this, Carl, Chris, we're getting a bit sentimental sometimes with some of these players. Like with Aguero. It's like we can't let go. It's like, no, you're not going out the door. We'll still roll them out at 70 on the Zimmer frame and, on drips and off you go down the wing. It ain't going to work.
What do you think about 10 minutes then of Ferner slamming into that Fernandes kid? Right? Because without him, they're rubbish, mate. Then sub him off, mate.
I would love for Fernandinho to start the game, have 20 minutes, not Bruno straight out. He's out the game, and then you stick Rodri on to go off you go, son. I don't.
So, Chris, that's why bang on. That's why Ferner's my guy in the middle, because his role in that game is just get hold of the lad who dives around a lot.
Yeah.
And after 60 minutes, then you do the Rodri or whoever. You do the same for the last 30 minutes. Just stay on him. Just man mark him. Old-fashioned man marking him. He would not like it. He'll probably snap, start mouthing. Yeah. And that's how you get under the skin. And Fernandinho is the perfect player to do that.
Ross, that's exactly what RB Leipzig did on Tuesday. That's exactly what they did. They frustrated him out of the game completely.
I think that's one thing about Rodri. I'd say he doesn't really do the dark arts, does he? He's not that sort of player.
No, I've said this about Rodri. He's very much like Busquets. Said this: watch Busquets for Barcelona, and then watch Rodri.
Same thing, yeah.
That's what Busquets never did a Fernandinho. Busquets didn't go around kicking everyone slyly and dropping them, and he didn't do all that. Busquets sprayed the ball, whether it was 2 yards, 5 yards, whatever.
Yeah.
Rodri does the same. That's the point. And he's always wanted that.
And Busquets isn't quick either.
No. Got to remember.
The funny thing is,
what they know.
The funny thing, Martin, is in Pep's playing career, he was exactly the same as Busquets and Rodri. Exactly the same. Wasn't quick. Pass and move. Didn't really tackle like Fernandinho. So you're not surprised that he's actually looking for that kind of play in him. That's what he did for Barcelona when he played. And he won the European Cup or the Champions League with it.
How many records did Rodri break last season, pass-wise? Yeah. There was one game where he had, 290? And Chris is laughing, he's going to say, well, yeah, it is going to be when the 2-yard passes at the side. Well, they weren't, though.
I just think it's just like all that stats and all this. He broke a record doing that. You win games, mate, and you know what you're seeing in front of you, and you can see why people have concerns about Rodri because he isn't the player that Ferner is or was. I understand why people are like, I'm not sure if he's the right man for the team.
Yeah, the issue, Martin, is Busquets had Xavi and Iniesta, and you look at the City team. We have Rodri. We have a Xavi like in KDB, right? Similar kind of profile, right? But on the other side, you have David Silva, who's like Iniesta, who's gone now, and we have Foden, who's supposed to be Iniesta. Maybe that's the plan, to have those three control and pass and move the ball quickly, create those passes for the Mahrez, who's an inverted winger, like Messi's an inverted winger.
I mean, it's all opinions, and some people will love. I think Rodri's going to be. I'm going to start calling Rodri Marmite. You either like him, you're not going to like him. I think he's in that stage with it, where people have just judged. They've judged, and that's it. Nothing he can do is going to change their minds. He's not good enough.
Against Real Madrid.
I do think that, honestly. But anyway, I'm going with Rodri tomorrow, even though I would love Fernandinho, 20 minutes. Take out Bruno, the world's best midfielder. Because all I've heard off United fans all week is, I wouldn't swap Bruno for KDB. Like, what planet are you on?
That's madness.
Planet are you on?
That's
I
madness.
agree. I agree with that, Mike. But he is their best player.
Yeah.
Well.
I mean, I'd have him at City. I would.
Bruno.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Where would he play?
Left of the 8, left of the mid, left 8.
And are you dropping for him?
Gundogan.
It's a great question. It's a great sort of controversial topic. That I don't often say it, but if I was picking one United player for City, I'd have Rashford.
We'll get into that. You just nicked one of my questions for later on, but never mind.
Sorry, mate.
They just take over it. Never mind. No, I've got to be honest with you. I honestly think if we wanted Bruno, would have got him. We were linked with him heavily.
Yeah.
And even Sporting came out and said we were in negotiating. His agent said we were talking. And I just think if they'd have wanted him, I think they'd have got him. And there's obviously something there that Pep did not want. I don't like the way he throws. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he the world's best midfielder? No. I think he'd be a better diver than he would footballer personally. Yeah. Because he throws. That's what you're going to look out for tomorrow night. He's in diving all over the place.
Yeah. And I tell you what really frustrates me with him. How has no goalkeeper figured that penalty out?
Well,
it's not like we haven't seen him take a few penalties, is it?
It's hard because as a goalkeeper, you have to make up your mind where you're going to dive, right, left or right. So if he kicks the ball,
Yeah, this is it, Satchin. Bruno won the Player of the Month. Yeah, because he scored penalties and dived. That's why he's won it. Not because let's call a spade here. I mean, the best thing is Man United logic. Oh, Chris is going. That one of their main guys wants to leave the club, and they'll probably start him tomorrow night, which suits me all day long.
Yeah.
Let them do it. They have got their own messes going on at the minute. Right, Rodri. So are we all saying Rodri starting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have him in mind too.
Right. Yeah. Well, has he just gone to his wine cellar and got a bottle of wine out?
Yeah, I hope so. Because the next player we're going to say is definitely starting. Chris will probably disappear.
Right. So Ross, you've given us your full team. Carl, who's your two in front?
So I have the back three. I'm doing a back three of Laporte, Stones, and Diaz, or Laporte, Diaz, and Walker. My middle three will be Rodri, Foden, and KDB.
Kevin,
me and Carl should have the manager's job.
Who's that? Say that again, Carl.
Back three of Laporte, Stones, and Diaz. Right. Yeah. Wing backs Mendy, Walker, or Cancelo. But my middle three, no doubt, Rodri, Foden, KDB. For me.
Rodri, Foden, KDB.
I'm playing a 3-5-2.
So you've got Foden playing tomorrow?
100%.
Chris?
Sorry about that, mine. I'd run out of booze. I would have Rodri, Gundogan. No, not Gundogan. I'm saying KDB and Foden, my three, but it will be Gundogan rather than Foden, I'm sure.
Do you know what I'd have? I'd go and have a dry December sunshine. You get your players out a bit quicker.
Hey, listen, mate. Right, I have to come on here and put with you. I need a drink.
No. Whoa. You need a drink. You want a drink.
To be fair, mine, Chris went for his next drink there quicker than Gundogan will move at Old Trafford. So.
And they had to choose which I was going to have as well.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to say Rodri, and I think it will. I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to say it's going to be Bernardo and KDB.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
So Martin, I agree, mate. Like when I was saying he'll play Rodri and Gundogan, I think he'll then play someone who Chris won't want to play on one side and Silva on the other side with KDB in the middle.
Just say it. Just say it because I want to see his face.
So I've got my midfielders. Pep's midfield. This is not mine. Rodri and Gundogan. And then we've got the old inversions of Mahrez and Silva with KDB. That's what he'll play. He loves him. It's not my team. It's not Chris's team, but that's we all know if Mahrez is going to play.
Ross, so I've got a going picking for as well. I think at the minute, it would be quite tight on Mahrez not to play after it. He's been on.
Chris, my only problem with Mahrez playing is that United are going to play a back five, and we have Mahrez cutting in on the left side and chopping back. They know he's going to do that. It's predictable. He's not quick.
Yeah. Oh, I totally agree, mate. He wouldn't be in my team. You know that.
So I don't know.
You told me you had a Riyad Mahrez shirt.
Who?
You.
Yeah, there's a picture going around on Twitter of Chris in a Mahrez shirt.
Yeah. But trouble is, that was an Aston Villa top he was wearing.
Listen. I'm not what you call it. I don't hate the lad. I really, really do not hate the lad. I just think he just fits our system.
Hey, I don't think we hate anyone.
I told you the only player who's ever played for City, I wouldn't even say I hated him, I really didn't like was Nigel Clough. He's the only one. And I don't know. I just feel we've got better players who can play in the position that Riyad plays in.
Sean, thank you very much for the super chat, buddy. Much appreciated. Guys, 104 on. Hit that like button. And just to remind you, Andy will be doing a charity derby watch along tomorrow. To get your comments read out, you've got to hit that super chat. All proceeds go to Tackle for Manchester and get that in. That will be live tomorrow around about 5:15 while I teach my son a new vocabulary. But I will be back for the aftermatch show. The aftermatch show, the match reaction show. There you go. That makes some sense, doesn't it? Probably with a black eye when my missus goes, "What are you saying that far out in public?" I'll be get one now. No, she's asleep. I'm all right. Pep won't play Foden. I'm with you. I don't think Pep Foden's playing tomorrow. I would love it. He's a mank. But Wednesday night for me was the first time I stood back. I watched Foden and went, I can see why he's not starting games at the minute.
Fair. That's fair.
And Wednesday night was the first time ever I looked at it and I went, I can see it. Because I thought he was grasping at things. He was his shots were sort of, how do I put it? There was no control behind him. There was still a snapshot.
Martin, could it be because, whenever Foden seems to be relaxed and just relaxed and confident, he plays well.
Yeah.
Whenever he's under pressure by the fans or the coach to perform in a game, he rushes things, right, and loses the ball. But whenever he's chilled and lets his game just play, he's unstoppable.
I personally think, Carl, great points. I personally think he's probably thinking exactly what we're all saying. I'm not playing on Saturday in the derby. So I'm not playing in the derby. So what do I need to do to start every week? Because 2 seasons ago, he said, I'm the new David Silva. We don't need to replace Silva. But I play well. I can't get in the team. So obviously, I'm not doing enough. So I need to try even harder. And I think that's what those shots, Martin, were. He was over trying. And I just feel for the lad. Like, we're all saying, we might be wrong, right? It's about opinions. But none of us think he's gonna play at the weekend. He probably thinks that as well.
I hope he does, because this will be the perfect opportunity for him to say, okay, this is my time to shine. But you're right, he probably won't play. He'll probably play Gundogan and Rodri instead, which I worry about.
Ronnie Baby, by the after show, I'll need blocking whiskey time.
I tell you now, I would be, if I was Foden and I don't play another 5 games before January, I'd be thinking about whether I'm going to get in the Euros, and that's another stress on him.
Yeah.
I think you got to also expect, right? Foden's not going to play at 8, 9, 10, every game. He's 20 years old. You got to expect him to have quieter games. And for him to get better, he needs more game time.
No, I agree. But I'm coming back to Pep's comments of I play informed players.
Yeah, but that's not true, is it?
No, I mate, you know that. But we can only go off what Pep rolls out with in the media. And he's come out and said, I will only play informed players.
To be fair, I mean, he did drop Laporte, right? I mean, to be fair, and played John. So,
but Carl is only Laporte. He's dropped.
Yeah, and I'm worried about Laporte. I think he's worried about Laporte and injuries.
Yeah.
I love it how we've got United fans watching the stream. It's brilliant.
I'm loving it. I love his comeback.
Welcome, lads. You've seen the light.
Right. Let's move on to the front three.
Obsessed.
Oh, okay.
Go on, Ross. Just remind us all again.
What was that, Martin? The rest
Front
of my
three.
team? My front three for my team was Sterling, Torres, and Aguero. My front three that I think will play will be Mahrez, Silva, and Jesus.
So you've got Bernardo on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. And what minute are they coming on, going off?
Yeah, I think he'll make. I'd make 2 subs at half time and 1 in the second half. Pep will make 3 with about 4 minutes to go.
Anyone knows why we're doing that? Go back to 20 minutes in when Ross was telling us exactly who was coming on in what minute, when, how, when, what formation was going to be changed. It was like having a chat with Pep in the dressing room this 20 minutes ago. Carl, where are you at?
Well, I have a 3-5-2 formation, so I picked my 3 in the middle, which was Foden, Rodri, and KDB. Up front, no Sterling, no Mahrez. I'm going with Jesus and Ferran.
Well, I'm going to put you up on something now, Cal. Earlier on, you said Sterling was not just dropped out the team. You're dropping him out the squad.
He's on the bench.
No. You didn't say that. You said squad.
No, I mean, the first 11 was what I meant. He's not in my team.
That's why I said I'll come back to you on it.
Yeah, my front 2 are Jesus and Ferran. No Sterling. Sterling's not in the squad. In the team, first 11.
Okay. Is that what you want, or is that what you think he'll do?
Well, that's what I want. I think we have if you play a 3-5-2 with 2 strikers, Jesus who rotate, with Kevin, Foden, and Rodri behind them, we'll play well. But he's going to play Mahrez, he's going to play Jesus, and he's going to play Sterling. That's what he's going to do. And then Jesus will be running around between 2 centre backs stuck. Mahrez is going to cut in on the left and get stuck next to Luke Shaw. And then Sterling will get frustrated by Wan-Bissaka. That's what's going to happen. Right? When you have the front 2, you have a 3-5-2 with those 2 strikers who bother the 3 centre backs and rotation of Foden, KDB, and Rodri in the middle, they'll be confused. But he won't do that. He won't do that.
Yeah. Charlie Everett spawn. Pep's already stated twice.
Yeah,
not starting. He's not Ross. Come on. Pep does not play the dark arts. He doesn't do it.
I think people are doing the getting confused here. I would start Aguero. I've just said Pep will start Jesus. Yeah. As I said, Aguero, 45 minutes, then Foden comes on false 9. The position I hate, but I want to get Foden in the team. Jesus will start. He'll bring Aguero on after 67 minutes.
Chris, you're from.
And Siri agrees with me.
So my 3 would be Torres, Sterling, and Gabby. But I think Torres will be on the bench and Riyad will play.
It's such a shame, though, Chris, isn't it? I mean, because that boy Torres is so unpredictable.
Yeah, this is my point a bit, Carl. I think Pep is becoming really predictable and not not changing his formation a little bit, changing the personnel a little bit. And I agree, you do need to, what team you're playing against should determine what formation you play and the players you play in that formation.
Yeah.
He's just becoming a little bit easy to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig Carter's very, very confident, cocky. I don't know. You want to rule this out. No excuse for not winning tomorrow. We've just played 4 Mickey Mouse games on the bounce versus United playing away in Europe, crashing out, having to come back from behind in Premier League games. Problem is, Craig, they are coming back.
Yeah, but that could only last for so long, Martin.
It's not sustainable. Yeah.
I get you. I know. I'm just coming back to if we were flying, I'd get it, but we're not. So I am worried about tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. I am.
Martin, I understand what you're saying, but I think the watchers made a good point there, because those games that United have come back in, they've expected to win. Everyone's thought they would have won them. So there's not really a surprise whether you come back or whatever. They should win games like that. For the players they've got to play.
Aston Villa stuff, Liverpool 7-2, so we can't say that anymore.
Yeah, but look, best thing that happened to Liverpool this season, wasn't it?
It was an absolute great thing that happened to him, I agree with you. Chris was buzzing. Couldn't shut him up for 2 days. He's never seen his team 6-7 past anyone. Right, score predictions.
Oh, God.
Oh,
While you're having a thing,
Don't come to me on that.
Oldham does not have an M postcode. There you go. Doesn't have an M postcode. And it doesn't lie 6.5 miles outside of Manchester boundary. And they don't call themselves Manx. Oldham has an OL postcode. Sorry, just because I know, because as you all found out the other day, that's where I live. Go on, Ross, score prediction.
oh. I'm gonna go City 2-1.
Is he gone?
Is he stuck?
You there?
No,
You there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You fall asleep?
I said I'm going to go City 2-1.
I know, we're going to go round.
All right. I thought you said I'd gone.
I'm just going to see how you are. Cow.
I think it's going to be a draw tomorrow. I think it's 2-2.
Okay. Chris?
I'm not giving you a prediction.
No, give me a prediction. Stop sitting on the fence. You'll get splinters.
No.
Right. Then this stream stops right now till I get a prediction. I am literally shut up and go on strike.
You're not in the school now, Martin.
Put your hand up, fingers on lips. Not that we even do any of that. Right, you're not giving me one then.
I'd never give you
one. Shut up. Ross, why are you so confident at 2-1?
I won't say I'm confident, but I don't think even when I knew City were going to definitely get beat, I would ever say City are going to get beat. So I'm optimistic. We've got to beat them, and that's part of my prediction. If we don't win tomorrow, it's back like what will that puts them 4 points ahead of us as well, and drops us down the table. We've got to win, so that's why I'm going for 2-1. And my nervousness around that, as we've started right at the start of this stream, is I don't know where the goals are going to come from.
Okay. Anthony Alma's gone 6-1.
God, love that.
I'll buy him a pint if that happens.
I'm wondering where we're scoring 6 goals from. Personally, why do you think a draw then, Carl?
I just think that for both teams, a point is what they probably would want. If you gave both teams a point right now, they'll probably take it, given where they are in the league and given the importance of the game. United would take a point. We probably would take a point, given our run over Christmas. So that's kind of what I think. But I hope we win.
Hang on a minute. I've just thought of something. Andy's just said Oldham has an M postcode. Haven't you posted things to my house? Sorry, that's just made me laugh.
I think you tried to post your anthrax once, mate, but that's not.
Whoa, no need for that. Just because you're drinking your girly wine.
Yeah.
Shut up in the
Allegedly, Chris.
Allegedly, yeah, sorry, allegedly.
Guys, this will be the last ever stream of mcfcfantv before we catch up. Oh, he's posting me Wikipedia things now. You know, Wikipedia is a load of garbage. Don't be following that. Right, I'm going to go. I did say 2-2. I was with Carl. But you know what? I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm going to say 3-1. The City.
Come on, the Blues.
I don't care. If we win.
I think we'll go ahead. I think they'll equalise. And then the second half, I think we'll take over.
Sachin's got a great point there, Martin.
I'll bring it up in a minute.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's nailed on. I'm having a bet on
that. Penalty.
Yeah.
They are Sachin. Well, Sachin and Scotty Moore are both on the same page here. We'll get a penalty.
Their penalty count is ridiculous, you know.
Hey, Ronnie Beaver, I am a Manc, mate. I was born at St Mary's Hospital and I lived in Failsworth. That is Manchester. Anyway, enough about my personal life and where I lived and everything else. Go on. I think 3-1, and I think because United are really struggling at home. If we were at the Etihad, I would probably be more thinking United could nick it. But because we're the away team and they are really struggling at home, I don't know why. I have no idea why they are struggling at home.
Oh, God. Someone's just asked me what I'm drinking, man. I didn't want to do it.
Is that a New Zealand?
It
is a New Zealand, mate. But I started on an Aussie one, mate. But like most thing Australian, it was tasteless. So
okay, right. A question before we go in. Yeah, but your address just said the Gimp, the Canavan, the Woods Old. Listen, you're the one who lives in the back of beyond. Don't be giving it me. You're the one who's got cows next to him. Be quiet, you over there. Right. If you had one player out before we move on to the announcement today about 2,000 fans, Ross, if you had one player out of Manchester United to sign for Manchester City, because apparently Pogba's up for sale in January.
Yeah.
You have him.
I'm having Fred the Red, the mascot.
Good answer. I love it.
Just to kill. No, I'd have Rashford.
Andy will love you. Andy will love you.
And to be honest, and I can't even remember when I've said this about. Probably Tevez was the last one, but I think they should have signed him about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Ronnie B was taking me back. I was born in the original one, not the one with the rainbow on the side. All the bright colours. I remember it well. On the corner of Oxford Street. Anyway,
talking about when you were born, Martin, I'm getting a lot of texts just from people asking me to wish you a happy 42nd birthday. So happy birthday, mate.
Is he called Sir Alan? Anyway.
Quite a few, mate, actually. Some random one.
Yeah. Alan's got about 15 anonymous accounts. Carl, one player out of those. You can say nobody.
No, there are two I would consider. But I thought about what Ross said about Marcus Rashford, and I would agree with you, Ross, because I think Rashford reminds me somehow of a raw Leroy Sané. You know, the pace, the power. Imagine Rashford under Pep on the left side and Sterling on the right. Magic.
Exactly.
You're probably right. We could actually probably pick him. I'll probably pick him over Bruno. On second thoughts, yeah.
And Phil Foden to get his school dinner as well. So everything's a bonus.
Another quiz question from the panel. Name the one player to win the league, FA Cup, European Cup, and also regulated from the Prem. Regulated from the relegated. Sorry. So he won the league, the FA Cup, European Cup, and got relegated. Fabrizio, no, because Fabrizio Ravanelli never won it. I don't know. Let me have a think. Chris, who from you?
Maguire for me, mate, because I need something to keep my beer in. No. I think Rashford is the obvious one, but I think Greenwood could be a as a striker. That's what we need is a striker, and he seems to be got a lot of talent. I think he'll be a really good player.
Okay. Pogba's going to be on the market in January.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Anyone?
Yeah. I would have him.
Would you?
I'm asking that because Cal put a tweet out the other day.
Because the kid at Juventus was good. The kid at France was good on a good management, right? Yeah. I wonder what Pep could do with him.
Was the one we nearly signed.
Yeah.
We were in for him before he went over the road.
I'm just curious of what Pep would do with that guy. If Pep got a hold of him and changed his game slightly, it'd be interesting. Because he's the talent, though. Maybe a little lazy, but he's got some skills. But then, where would he play? That's the issue.
I agree. I reckon that player is Canu.
Who did he get relegated with?
Portsmouth, maybe.
Ooh, shout. Won the league with Arsenal. Won the FA Cup with Arsenal.
Won the FA Cup with Portsmouth as well. And I think he might have won the UEFA Cup as well.
Who did he win the European Cup with? Was it AC or Inter? Where was he at?
He was in Italy. He was in Italy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I reckon he's won the UEFA Cup in Italy as well. I was thinking Valencia at first, Antonio Valencia, but I don't know if he was at Wigan when they went down because he didn't go back, did he?
I'm just reading what's going on in the comments.
Yeah, but Anthony says Carney, he's a...
Did Carney get relegated? No.
No, Manchester Blues just got himself banned. Right.
Did he say you were 43?
No. Right. So that's where the Manchester derby ends. Want to move on now. Today, it's looking like Manchester is going from Tier 3 to Tier 2 next week. Touch wood. Because the Northwest or Greater Manchester is now the only area that's going down COVID rates. Thankfully. So Manchester City have announced today on their website and sent emails out to everyone that 2,000 tickets will be available in a ballot from Monday morning at 9 a.m. for the Newcastle game on Boxing Day. It will be for corporate, for season ticket holders and citizens. There is going to be no separate ballot for everyone. For corporate and all that. It's basically everyone in one ballot. There will also then be a backup ballot. You will go into what they call a reserve pot. So if you get picked out or they can't fill, and I think you've got from Monday morning 9 a.m. till Tuesday evening, is it? Can anyone correct me on that if I'm wrong?
11:59 on Tuesday the 15th of December.
There you go. And you do it, you must be a member. You have to log in on the website. You must have a login, and then you will do it that way. And then you do it. So, how do we all feel about that? I know Ross, and apparently the one thing I will say before I go in, they've confirmed as well, if your area is in Tier 3, you are not allowed in the stadium. You must be from a tier 2, and you must. They're not bothered if you are in Manchester. That they've not mentioned postcodes or anything. All they've mentioned is you are not allowed to travel from a tier 3 area.
Yeah. So here's my issue with that, Martin. How are they going to police that?
Because you're going to have ID at the stadium,
And they're going to get every.
Yeah.
Without going into politics, like, it's very clear back in the UK now from speaking to you guys, friends and family at home. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the UK not doing the right thing, and whether you like it or not, a lot of those people will want to watch football, and then they won't be bothered whether they're in tier 3 or tier 2, and they will be going to the stadium, and unfortunately, potentially putting other people at risk. This is bigger than football. What is 2,000 people going to do? Run over.
Okay. Cal, where are you at it?
I don't know, man. The whole thing is just, if other people have fans, I've always said that you guys should have fans. Period. But it has to be managed properly. I mean, if you have a 50,000 seat stadium, 2,000 fans spread across, socially distant, with masks, following the guidelines, I think you should do it, in my opinion.
I've got an issue with the mask bit. You're outside.
You have to wear a mask. If you're around anybody, you have to wear a mask. It's not a given.
You're outside.
Yeah,
you don't have to wear a mask outside.
Let me explain why I think you have to wear a mask, right? It's not about you, it's about somebody else. It's protecting somebody else from yourself. It's a duty to society to protect somebody else. You just never know. If someone has it by mistake, they don't have symptoms, just wear a mask. If you cough, just wear a mask.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. But apparently you will be socially distanced in the stadium anyway. That's why there's only 2,000 going in. So if you're because apparently you can sit with your bubble. You are going to be allowed up to 2 people from your bubble to go in and join you. But you won't be sat with anyone. You're going to have 2 meters distance. So why are we wearing masks outside?
Still wear a mask.
Well, we on Sunday were the first time since I think it was June allowed to take our mask off outside. And I think we've just gone into, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this, but we're in the 40s now of not having a case.
Yeah.
A case at all. And it's even when you go in a pub now, you put your mask on until you're taken to your table. Everyone who works in there wears a mask because they're protecting other people and themselves. So if you want to go to the football and you're letting to go, just wear your mask, guys.
That's it.
What's the issue?
Just wear it. Anything we can do to reduce the spread of the disease, the virus, just do it.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. But the problem is, Ross, you said it's been a law in your country to do it.
Yeah, on the spot fine if you didn't have it on.
Not in England.
Yeah, in the US, it's not a law, but the government encourages you to wear a mask, right? Except for one guy who doesn't want people to wear a mask, but the governors encourage you to wear a mask. It's not.
Oh no, you do here, but you don't have to outside.
Yeah,
I don't have to job.
Unfortunately, and without going into this because I think we're all fed up of it anyway, but on the same day in Melbourne, in June, I think it was, we had exactly the same number of cases as England did, 750 in a day or something. The Premier came out and he locked us all down. And when I say lockdown, I don't mean tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. We were allowed out of the house for 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day. And we did it for 120 days and everyone was complaining. We've just had 40 odd days without a case, without a death. We're now getting back to normal. Boris let it go too long. And now this tier 3, I'll drop it for Christmas. I'll do this. And now let's get people in football. No one here was even considering sport in Victoria. People were back in football grounds in Brisbane, 25,000 people watching the rugby league.
Incredible.
No one in Victoria could do anything. People have got to just do something. And unfortunately, it sounds like people are not doing the right thing for other people who are at risk.
Just wear it. It's just wear it.
Okay. Chris, where are you at?
I don't know if it's right to ask me, Martin, because I might go into one. Because I think the way this country has dealt with COVID-19 It's probably second worst to America. I think it's a joke. It doesn't matter what tier in, right? If you've got COVID-19, you've got COVID-19. You can be in tier 1. It doesn't matter if you've got it. And as Ross says, there's people in this country not doing as they're told. And are they just going to go to the football anyway because they're young and it doesn't really affect them? It's just bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
I understand what you're all saying and get you passionate. Let's come away from the COVID part.
Like, how can you? How can you come away from the COVID part?
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. The thing is, once we hit tier 2, 2,000 fans are going back in. They're going back in whether you like it or don't like it or whatever. And it's going to be your choice then whether you go in the ballot or don't go in the ballot.
Well, I think I made it pretty clear what I'll be doing.
I know you're not going in the ballot. I'm regretting bringing this topic up now. Listen, my issue with the mask is, I get what people are. It's a catch. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't, really, at the moment.
How do you mean?
What do you mean?
You're damned if you do.
With the mask, because the problem is you've got is, it's not, like I said, it's not a legal requirement ever, which to ever wear a mask outside in this country.
Yeah.
It's not even no one ever does. I've very rarely seen it anywhere where they wear it. Like I said, I work in a school, we don't wear masks.
Should.
Because the kids can't understand what you're saying in a mask. How can you teach someone when you can barely understand what they're saying? The problem is, it's the problem you got. They wanted schools open though, Carl. But I don't want to go. I don't want to turn it.
So I'll tell you what's happening over here. So I'm coaching right now in winter, indoor football, right? And all the coaches are required to wear a mask when they're actually coaching. When you're on the sideline, the players come off, or the substitute, they have to wear a mask, right? We use hand sanitizers, temperature checks, wear a mask, socially distant. And we're playing football right now, both indoor and outdoor, with limitations.
Yeah.
So it just wear it, man. Just wear the mask. Anything to help beat this virus, just do it.
Exactly.
No, I understand what you're saying, but the problem is we're following different guidelines in different areas. This is the problem. Yeah. That's come from different people. I'm just saying the problem is now, as I saw in the stadium, because I was everyone watched Tottenham, Chelsea, and everyone on the TV.
Yeah.
The two that they've all had the masks on, but some have not had them on, and the singing, the dancing, the cheering, and everything else.
Yeah.
And some of them are not really, because if you look at what Tottenham did, they stuck them all in that 11,000 seat a big stand, and some of them weren't 2 meters apart, and they were singing, they were dancing, and everything else. And now London are about to hit tier 3.
No surprise.
So they've had fans in. They're about to lose fans again. But anyway.
If you look at what Arsenal did, they did it well. The way they arranged the stadium, the distancing was really good. It was really good.
It's not the stadium that bothers me so much, because you can actually, people are in a seat. It's the getting there, the public transport, the outside. For me, guys, I'm not even sure. I still listen to Talk Sport and everything. I'm not even sure why people are even talking about getting people in football grounds. Like, we love football. It's like the be all and end all for everyone like us. But at the end of the day, life's bigger, and we've got to protect people, the vulnerable, younger, older people, whatever. And for me, if this was a discussion about getting 35,000 people in City, then let's have the discussion. What does 2,000 people? Why are we even talking about it? Are we really that desperate to get 2,000 people in a football ground?
That's the point, Ross. There are clubs on the brink, even in the Premier League. They've got been really serious.
That's a bigger issue than COVID, because ticket sales for any club in the Premier League will not keep them alive.
I get what you're saying, but would you say that if you were a Macclesfield fan, Southend fan?
Oh, that's different. That's the Premier League.
Killed them.
No, but the Premier League should, and the government should be protecting those football clubs.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Not let's get everyone back in Macclesfield, whether they've got COVID or not, because without them we'll go under. Well, I'm sorry, they might die. So, you know what? If there's no Macclesfield next year, controversial comment alert, if there's no Macclesfield or Rochdale next year, but there's no COVID and people are not dying, then you know what, guys? That's what it is.
No,
And if the Premier League and the Premier League and the government don't want to protect them clubs, then that's what it is. But you can't expect people to risk their lives in reality to go to a football match.
Ross, to be fair, here in the US, we're 3,000 are dying a day in one day. So every 30 seconds, a person dies from COVID-19. Every 30 seconds, 3,000 a day, 21,000 a week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Over 90,000 a month.
Right.
Anyway, guys, I'm sorry. I've got to shoot, guys. Just before I go, guys, all the people back home, sorry to end on a downer, but you know, from my mates who we've had a bit of bad news this week. Let's hope tomorrow we get the result we all want for a Blue who's very close to our hearts. So this tomorrow's for Mark. So see you later, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Take care, Ross.
Take care, mate. Right. I fully appreciate what Ross just said and what you're saying, Carl, and what Chris says. I get it. I fully get it. But we are where we are at the moment, right now. They're going ahead with it. Whether it then gets pulled back, I don't know. But you look at some clubs. When I talked about money being an issue, is you look at Leeds United, they're charging £450 a ticket to get in the place. And they're going to get a corporate shing bag and champagne dinner and everything else they're all going to have for that. £450. Chelsea are charging £75 a ticket. Doesn't matter. That's just dead straight £75 to go in. City are only charging £35 an adult. I think it was £15 a child, something like that. So City are trying to do it in a good way where it's not too expensive. And it's not, you know, some people have said they're happy with it. But where are you at? Do you think those prices are fair, Carl? £35?
Oh yeah, I think it's fair. I mean, you know, yeah, £35 is fair compared to Leeds and Chelsea, for example. I think it's a fair rate.
Chris, do you think City are being fair with those prices?
Yeah.
I will be honest. I am going to go in the ballot. I'm not going to lie. I will be going into the ballot. That's just maybe it's right. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. One thing I don't want it to become. I don't want it to become the fans who go get vilified by everyone for going.
But they won't, will they?
That happen. No, because it has happened. Because people. Not saying it has happened by some fans who said you're making it worse, and it's come because obviously London's has gone up and the fans have gone in. They're saying they're trying to put the blame onto football again.
It's not down to just football, is it? It's down to opening too much up, Martin. It's nothing to do with, you know, if you get an opportunity to go to watch a football and you feel, even if you were to get COVID, that, you know, it's not going to kill you and you're not going to pass it on to kill anybody else, then fair enough. But you know my situation. There's a reason I can't go. So
yeah, no, I fully understand it and I get it. I do understand it, and there are fans who are never going to go back. There are fans who have said, who I know, they're never going to go back to Manchester City ever again or to football.
I mean, for me, it's as long as you try to be safe, right? For me, if it was me and I had a ticket, mask, even gloves for the heck of it, right? Mask, gloves, you know, sanitizer, socially distant. I would go get some fresh air, get out there. Because there's one part about staying at home and the mental part of this. I mean, this whole year, I've realized that even my mental health has suffered. Staying at home and working from home every single day with the kids. It's tough being at home every single day. And Chris, I know your case is special. I know, but it must be tough as well. But every so often, you need to get some fresh air and get out there. I must be, you know, for me, I wear a mask. You know, I make sure I take all precautions I can just to get my mind at least operating in the way I know that I used to do. So,
tell you what, we have got to wear. We've got a visor now, see-through visor.
There you go.
Can wear that if you wanted to as well. Martin, if you're successful in the Boxing Day ballot, does that mean you are excluded? No, I have asked about this, and apparently you are not excluded, but you will be at the bottom of you're going to be at the bottom of the pile. So to put it bluntly, you will have a chance to go back again, but your name isn't going to be continuously pulled out. If someone, it's basically they're going to try and make it as fair as they can, so every person who goes in the ballot gets a chance to go this season, whether it's once. But they're not going to say, that's it, you can only go once and that's it. You're then excluded. You can enter the ballot, but I think you end up in what they call the reserve pot. And the reserve pot is that if anyone pulls out or they haven't sold the 2,000 tickets, that's where we go. And Andy makes a great point here. And they just say, I just bring this up. Nobody will affect. I'm only saying what I've seen on social media, and I have seen it. So, personally, not sure I will go back until our fans are back. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. You have to be a season ticket holder. No, it is open to a citizen membership. It's open to Superbia and corporate, and it's also a season ticket holder, but you have to be a member because basically they want all your details. They want all your details, your name, your address, everything to go in. Carl.
Martin, question. Edison Cavani, what happened to the FA charge? Because I thought the FA said that last Monday they're going to charge him for allegedly racist connotations. What happened to the investigation? Anybody know?
No idea. What I'm going to do is you two just discuss it for 1 minute. Well, I just need to go and have a comfort break for 1 minute. So I'm going to leave Carl and Chris to discuss that.
Goodness.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Because Chris,
it's a controversial subject, Carl. He's had to run away for this one.
Well, I remember Bernardo, right? But what happened to Bernardo? Didn't they come out with a charge against him? And then, but we heard nothing.
I know. This is a very cynical answer to this question, Carl. Is that if you play for a couple of clubs in this country, then you are not treated the same as if you play for other clubs, and certainly if you play for City, you get treated completely differently. I'm not even aware of what it is that Cavani has said, but obviously it wasn't the right thing to do. I know he deleted it, and he might not have meant it, but similar to Bernardo, same sort of situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Only the press over here and the FA and everyone else. Oh, beautiful. Here we go. Here's something to have a go at City for again. Manchester United and Liverpool are the two biggest clubs in this country. They sell the skyboxes. They sell the Premier League around the world. They've got fans all over the world. They are the most plastic clubs there are in this country. Whether they can call us plastic all we like, but those two certainly are the most two plastic clubs as well. And they get away. They get away with what other clubs just do not get away with. And you look at VAR. Who gets the most decisions with VAR?
Yeah, you're right.
It's just the way it is, mate. Unfortunately,
it's incredible. So, which is
a great point.
Yeah.
Well, Blue Media, because it isn't a City player, FA won't do anything.
Yep. Exactly.
Andy said he's a United player. Carl said that earlier on Twitter. Martin off for a fag again. No, Martin went for a comfort break. That's the quick. I don't even smoke. Carl, great point. Well, first thing I would like to thank all the guys on the channel there. Mate, don't worry, and I'm just glad you enjoy your quiz prize. Doopy, can't go down that road, mate. Right, what I'm going to do is before we move on, because I'm going to move on to the next one. I will read you exactly what is on the Man City website for people who want to know about provisions for going back. It says Manchester City confirmed plans to welcome supporters back to the Etihad, subject to the UK government's announcement. Yes, this is just contingency at the minute. Should Greater Manchester or Manchester move to Tier 2, 2,000 supporters will be able to attend the Newcastle United home game on the 26th of December, so it won't be in time for the West Brom game. The club will operate a ballot for this season, with the vast majority of the tickets being made available to 1920 season ticket holders, a small number to existing Citizens Match Day membership, and you don't have to have renewed it. If it was suspended for the year, you can go in on this. A ballot for and a ballot for existing seasonal hospitality members will also be in operation. Just goes on from 9 a.m. Monday the 14th. Qualifying supporters will be able to enter the ballot via your login. You log on to your online account. The ballot opens at 9 a.m. on Monday, the 14th of December, and closes at 11:59 on Tuesday, the 15th. Ticket prices will be £35 for adults, £20 for 18 to 21s, £15 for over 65s, and a fiver, only a fiver, for under 18s. Entering the ballot does not guarantee that ballot will be drawn or that the match will go ahead with supporters in attendance. Again, this is only if it drops down to tier 2. Where multiple qualifying supporters live in the same household or within a support bubble, you can enter the ballot for up to a maximum of 2 supporters. Please ensure your friends and family list is up to date, and disabled supporters with a personal assistant should enter the ballot as a group of 2 and allocate the personal assistant support number to the ballot entry. So, supporters are going to be randomly drawn, and supporters who are successful in the ballot will be placed in a priority pot and will be advised by email they've been allocated a 24-hour priority window to purchase the ticket. Supporters who are unsuccessful will be placed in a balloted reserve pot and notified in advance. So, City have done everything they can. I think it's the fairest way as well.
Yeah,
I do. That's just my point. Yeah, sorry about this.
I mean, as I've said, Martin, the club, they don't take dividends out of the club to pay investors, unlike some people that we know. We don't have leaky roofs with water streaming through.
No.
So we don't owe debt, significant amount of debt like some people do. City fans should be happy with the club. We may not be at our peak, but it's a well-run club, a very well-run club. Matter of fact, yesterday I went to the grocery store around the corner from my house, walked in, it was Wednesday, saw this chap with a City, the old City jersey with the logo. So this is the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of nowhere. Frankly, it's like, farm is a farm area near me here, right? And this guy just strolls in, gets his pack of beer, walks out, and he has an MCFC jersey on.
Did you say hello to him?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. So, in the middle of nowhere, frankly.
Going to move on to the final topic of this evening. Erling Haaland has reportedly now it's been announced that he is a target for Manchester City and he's their number 1 target to replace Aguero. And this has come from Germany, from Bild, by a chap, is it called Folk? I can't remember what his full name is. He's the chap who broke the Leroy Sané to Bayern Munich story. He was the first one to announce it. He was the first one to Chris is laughing. You may not understand. He is what they class as a tier 1 journalist, meaning he's meant to be very reputable and he's meant to be quite knowledgeable and everything else. But apparently, and also it's been reported, Haaland will be Marty's new obsession. It's also been reported that Aguero has not, as of yet, been offered a new contract. That's come out from Alvarez on Twitter.
I saw that moments ago, right?
Apparently, he's not been offered a new contract. Which, if that's true, surprises me a little bit because will City deal with Mina Raiola? As we all know, Pep and him don't get on. Also, the other side of it is, does that mean the Messi deal's done? Over? Why are you laughing down there? Go on.
No, nothing. It's just the, this is like back to the summer.
I'm reporting on the news. What's come out today?
Chris, the reality, Chris, is we have 3 weeks until January the 1st. It all starts again, buddy.
We ain't getting Haaland in January, Carl.
No, not Haaland. The whole transfer window.
Oh yeah. It's true.
In a couple of weeks, you start hearing Messi January. You start hearing in Tagliafico January. You hear maybe Kunde's coming in.
Koulibaly
going out.
They're not going to get Kunde.
I'm just saying, you're going to hear all kinds of rumors. There are certain accounts that make a habit of projecting all these crazy stories once the window opens. I've seen a few.
I'm trying to get the guy's name. What's he called? If anyone remembers it in the comments, I need to know what the guy's called. It was out ages ago. He's the guy who lives in Germany.
Not the Irish one.
No, he is German.
Jack O'Norrie, in it.
You are so not funny, you. You are not funny.
So just some good news over here. Our Supreme Court just rejected the Texas lawsuit against the election, which is good.
There you go.
It certainly is, Carl.
Right. Well,
it's at the end of it now. Is that the end of him?
It's done. It's the Supreme Court. There's no else. You go to God next. No, it's done. It's done.
I think Sergio's busy.
Buyout clause is 75 million. Apparently, his buyout clause does not kick in until 2022. It's now been confirmed. It's not 2021. It is 2022. Messi in January says under.
Oh, anytime.
I really don't think. Yeah, Christian Falk. That's the guy. Thank you, Charlie. Christian Falk, who is meant to be a very reputable journalist over in Germany.
But I mean, Martin, Falk is a great guy, but he's saying everything you've said, right? And Chris has said, and we all said from day one that Haaland, we should go after him. I mean, if we're not going after him, then
one of you said he was overrated.
No, I never said he was overrated.
You did. I've got it live on here. You did.
What I said,
unproven. Sorry, unproven. My mistake.
Right. What I meant was I would take Messi over him at this point in time because of what we need at this point in time. I would take him. Now I would take both. I would take both him and Messi. But given a choice at this point in time, like January, I'll take Messi.
Okay.
But that's
Andy wants Messi. Would you have Messi over Haaland while you're down there?
Who, me?
Well, I said, yeah, you. The Mr. who hates transfers.
I don't hate transfers. It's just that, it's just I just can't be arsed with it. Oh, mate, that's all. But Messi or Haaland, you know my answer. I've said it consistently. Haaland.
Thank you.
This is where Chris and I just diverge, right? Everything else was pretty much on point. No, but he's a good kid. To be fair, he's a good kid.
Messi pays for himself. I don't agree with that. Sorry, don't agree with that.
Here we go again.
We will one day, and me and you and Chris have a big debate on that.
Here we go again.
I don't agree with that, and I know Chris doesn't fully agree with that either.
Switch in January. See what happens.
I don't think he does pay for himself.
It does, Martin. It does.
Barcelona won't be getting rid of him then.
Barcelona don't want to get rid of him.
No, hang on. If he makes all this money, if he makes you 300-400 million, he's not being allowed out the door. They're putting him under lock and key at Barcelona. They're not sitting around and going, you're not, let you go out the door. They're not allowing 400 million out the door.
It's not up to them, Martin. It's up to him.
No, I'm not having he pays for himself. Barcelona are 800 million in debt.
It's up to him.
400 million he creates.
If he doesn't sign a contract, he's gone.
But I understand what you're saying, but people are saying that he pays for himself. So if Barcelona are 800 million in debt, are you saying without Messi there'd be 1.2 billion in debt?
They won't make as much revenue.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see this that he pays for himself. Because Barcelona do put towards his wages.
Are you telling me that Messi won't be able to generate 150 million pounds in revenue per year for Man City?
I think he would make revenue,
right?
But if you think that we're going to pay nothing towards his wages,
how much would his wages be?
Well, he's on what, $1 million a week?
What? Yeah, 60 million pounds a year, assuming.
Right. Hang on, right, you do that, not a problem. Wait till KDB goes back in to negotiate then.
KDB is not Messi.
No, that isn't. No, Carl, if you think KDB will sit there and go, you set £1 million while I'm on 350 grand, ain't happening. Nah, ain't happening.
The amount of revenue Messi would generate will pay for KDB and whoever else that wants a salary increase. That's how much money he will bring into the club. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. It's not just money in terms of revenue. It's the investments. It's adverts. It's contract renegotiations.
Yeah, but Messi gets that, not the club.
No.
A lot of that money.
No, the club gets some money too. For example, right?
When he's Gillette, Barcelona will get the money from Gillette.
Nissan, right? Etihad. Yeah. These are contracts you can negotiate. Ronaldo did it at Juventus. Contracts were renegotiated, more revenue came in, the club made more money. It's iconic, man. You get him. And they get Haaland as well.
And Haaland as well.
Yeah. It's about time, Martin. It's about time we go big.
If Messi's on $1 million per year, he brings in 300 million per year. Oh, I'm not having it. I'm not having that he brings in, because Barcelona won't be 800 million pound in debt if he brought in all this money.
No, it's not. But Martin, I think we're mistaking revenue and then cost and debt. They're two different things. Messi can bring in $300 million a year. If Barcelona spends 150 million on Dembele, 120 million on Coutinho, and then Griezmann was 160 million, they're going to be in debt. It doesn't work that way.
No, I understand that. But if Barcelona with that, and let's be honest, they had that to the wall, they'd be like, no, we're all right with Messi. He brings in 300 million.
You know that Barcelona have told all the players to take a pay cut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's not coming out anytime soon. So you think Messi's going to agree to, when we can give him £1 million a week or £800,000 a week, he's going to take a pay cut?
Sean, FFP. That's also great. But anyway, Chris, I'm going to get, listen, I've always said numbers are not my thing, but I'm not having, to me, it's not straightforward.
It will work. It will work like a charm, Martin. I'm telling you, these guys will figure out to make it work. Because you're not buying the player. He's on a free contract. Free. There's no outlay. There's no amortization. It's basically just wages, which is an expense on your P&L line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then you get the revenue that you based on his being with the squad. It's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. Absolutely, well, in my opinion.
We will see. I know Chris is dubious on it as well, but he's sat down in the corner letting me get all the bullets.
No, listen, I don't want him. That's the end of it, really. You know,
I don't want him.
He's too old. You
Thank
know,
you. Yeah,
that is it.
It's not Dad's armor.
It's exactly. It doesn't follow City's model at all, and I think his best days are well and truly behind him. That's just my opinion on him.
Because I'm telling you now, the first thing that happens, knowing our luck, he'll walk into the Premier League, he'll get kicked in the first 5 minutes, and bye-bye, he'll have a crew.
To be fair, he gets kicked in Spain as well.
Yeah, but they're a lot more physical over here than they are Spain. I'm sorry that you go to Burnley on a Tuesday night. Do you think they're going to sit there and let Messi run round them? Surely.
There are teams in Spain as well who play similar styles of football. You get kicked just as much over there as
you just compared Atletico Madrid to Burnley.
Sergio Ramos?
No, he just punches you. He just right round the back of the head.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Haaland anyway.
Yeah, well, I said that. I said I want Haaland over Messi. Listen, I get Andy. He's a big Messi lover, and he will drool at every point of getting Messi in. I'm with Chris. He's too old. It's not Dad's army. Let's have a bit of long-term planning, eh? let's have a bit of long-termism. Let's think long-term. Because I'll tell you what, if we get Messi and then Haaland walks off to Liverpool or Man United, then you are screwed. That's my only point on that.
It is what I've seen of Haaland. He does look like a generational player.
Martin sounds like a word on Martin Custers. You sound like you're chasing the ice cream van. Messi, I want Messi. Where's Messi gone? And you call me for early.
Martin, Messi is probably the best player I've seen consistently for a long. You know, him and Ronaldo. The length of time they've both performed at this elevated level is ridiculous. I didn't get to see Pele and Maradona, probably better than the both of them. He just wasn't a professional, was he? So his was short in time. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And if he's playing for us next season, I'm not going to sit there and go, God, what we bought him for. But I think Haaland is the future.
Yeah. And we. But anyway, listen. Has anyone else got anything they want to say in terms of?
Are we going to talk about VAR?
Oh, we were. Thank you.
No, we'll bring it up now, mate. Yeah, that's a big debate.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours. We might be here for 3. We always forget VAR.
Tell you what. Before we talk about VAR next time, go watch the Man in the Middle UEFA documentary. It's really good. Really good from a referee's position. I learned a lot, and they actually show clips of the Tottenham game against in the Champions League, the one that the one that Llorente had handballed the ball. It really is good.
What's it on, Carl?
It's go to UEFA.com and go to the video. It's called Man in the Middle. It's a 4-part documentary. It's really good, Chris. Really good.
I have heard of that.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Listen, I will be honest. I'm not a financial expert, never claimed to be, so I might be totally wrong. But in my little brain, of my maths that I've taught, I don't see how it's just as simple as he made 400 million. That's my whole point. I don't think it's that easy, and you get around FFP that easy.
Martin, it is. It is, Martin. Really, it is.
Well, you just said Messi and Ireland. You might as well just open the gates back to UEFA and go, hello, guys.
No, you can do it. There are two different things. Messi comes on a free, so there's no amortization. Haaland is amortized over, 10 years? Let's say Haaland's 100 million, right? And it's a 10-year player.
It won't be 100 million.
Well, it's
not else.
Okay, let's say 150, okay? 150 over 10 years. Over 10 years. You amortize it. That's 10 million a year. You don't pay the 150 at once. You pay 10 every single year.
Dortmund won't do that. Dortmund won't do that. Not a chance Dortmund will say 10 million for 10 years. No.
That's how transfers work. You never, unless it's a Spanish style release clause, right, where you have to take the cash immediately. If it's a transfer fee, you amortize it over time. That's what happens. You don't
my little brain, yeah. God knows what I'm doing teaching with my little brain, eh? Jesus, what am I doing teaching now with my little brain?
You amortize it over time.
Yeah, you know, with all my A levels and my degree, yeah, little brain, yeah, of course. Anyway, guys, just to let you know, watch along tomorrow. I'm only joking. Charity tackle for Manchester. Any comments must be super chats, and all proceeds go to tackle for Manchester. Just to let you go. Poor kids, hey, listen, you violence, so God knows what anyone's like when they get on a bloody plane with you. Jesus. Ugh. Thank you, guys. Brilliant show as always. Don't forget Lucky Blue Glass. I'm not here tomorrow, guys. Just remember. You said little brain. I did. You said exactly. I was being sarcastic. Oh, anyway. You gotta love it. You gotta love it when you can have the banter. Clubs don't. I know they don't pay the fee outright, but it's usually over 5 years. Not 15.
Will you chill out?
No, I'm getting my point across. Shut up, you. Get my point across.
Messy.
I don't want him. I'm sorry. I will fight that till the death. I don't want him.
What if we could get both, Martin? We get both. Get Haaland and get Leo.
I just don't see it. Don't see it. I wish. Listen, but I don't see it. Now, I'd have Messi under them circumstances, but yeah. I'm off, guys. Cheers, lads. Carl, stay safe over there. Yeah.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Shut up, you, when his KK coming. Come January, Matt, we're back on the KK debate. I'm not doing anything transfer-wise. I'll let you have your Messi moments. Good luck tomorrow. Well done all. Yeah. Guys, just to remind you, Andy is doing the charity watch along, like I said. All proceeds. If you want any comments read out, you must contribute in the super chats. And it can be as little as you want. I'm not asking a minimum amount. It can be £1, whatever you want, 50p, 75, whatever. As long as it's a super chat, and it will go to our charity tackle for Manchester. Yep. So just to double check, Andy will do that. Rather him than me tomorrow, because I will be back though at either 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I haven't decided yet, with the post-match reaction.
Good luck, Blues. Good luck. Let's do this. Come on.
Is anyone nervous still? Is the butterflies kicking in yet?
I have a whole bottle of whiskey next to me.
There we go. Have you earplugs for tomorrow? You'll be teaching Stanley some choice language tomorrow. No swearing on the channel. Good night, guys. Thank you very much for the stream. Stay safe. Come on, Sitter. We love Martin, Sources and Rumours. Stream was top banana. Thanks for your guests, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. I want to say a big thank you to Carl, all the way from Washington.
Thank you.
Please stay safe, buddy.
Will do.
Chris, all the way from over there in your Santa's grotto, in your bottle of girly wine.
Yeah, I've been quite sensible tonight. Tonight I've been called a pisshead and a druggie, so I feel great, mate.
Can't make the live vlog for the kids. Stay safe, you. Yeah. Come on, sir, till we die, lads. Guys, the main thing is when I get back on here tomorrow, whether it's 9 o'clock, 8:30, I want to put in that thumbnail, Manchester is blue. Or I am going to be off. I just... Oh, they knew me. Oh. Thank you, Chris, Carl, Ross, and Mike. Brilliant show. Thanks, guys. 6-1 tomorrow, Doopy. Come on, mate. Right. Yes. Enjoy the derby. Remember, it's only a game.
It's not. It is not only a game, dickhead.
Let's go to the swamp and absolutely batter them.
Yes, sir.
Really well. Let's prove Manchester's blood. Yeah. I'm nervous already. But yes, enjoy it. I will be interacting with the lads during the game. No doubt. 3-1 City is far more than a game. I'm trying to just keep it nice and calm. I know it is. Martin, you thought we'd beat Liverpool 5-0. You never know.
This is the point, I think, Martin. Can I just say something? You know, people try and make out that the Liverpool game is the game now.
Oh yeah, I know what you're going to say.
I feel 10 times at least worse right now than I did for the Liverpool game. This is the game. They're our rivals, right? And all the bullshit in the past when we weren't their rivals, when they were winning everything, it's always been the one, mate. So let's hope we go there tomorrow.
Yeah.
And just come away with the win, whether it's a dodgy penalty 1-0 or another 6-1.
No, I want to stuff them.
Let's just hope, mate, that we come away with 3 points and we can have a. Last season was a bit hard in the league with them. So
far more than a game, it is. It's not a game more. Yeah, and listen, I was just doing that to keep you calm. I know it's more than a game. I'm with Chris on this. Balls to the Liverpool game. That matters nothing. A jot to Middles, really. It's the media who hype up this City-Liverpool fake rivalry.
That's fair.
There is no rivalry.
True.
The rivalry is in Manchester. It is
the rivalry is Liverpool, Manchester as cities.
Yeah.
That it's not about the football teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot on. And they need to realise that. People need to realise City fans look at one fixture every year, or two fixtures, and it's the derby. Then they look at Liverpool and everyone else.
Yeah.
But the derby is the first one they look at. That is our rivalry. That are the ones we have to beat. I just think last year, go back and watch my fan cam. God, was I emotional. I even got told off at work for that one because I got so into it. Yeah. You beat us 3 times. Now it's time to get revenge. Manchester is blue. Let's make sure it is. See you tomorrow. Take care. And Manchester is blue.